Hey, I'm Berg and this is Psychedelic Actualization. On this channel we talk about topics like self-realization, self-actualization and working with psychedelics to live a more authentic and fulfilling life. So if you're interested in any of these topics, subscribe to the channel. So, as you can maybe hear, I'm a little bit sick. I apparently caught COVID-19, and as I'm going through this sickness, I've got some insights for you about the nature of sickness and how to deal with it. So what I realized is basically that sickness is just another state of consciousness, and how we deal with sickness is how we deal with that state of consciousness. And the first step is to see it as it is, as a state of consciousness. And then the second step is to detach from that state of consciousness, from the spiritual point of view. So I found some really great quotes about desire and bondage and liberation. So I will read them for you. So Swami Sivananda Saraswati said, "Desire is poverty. Desire is the greatest impurity of the mind. Desire is a motive force for action. Desire in the mind is the real impurity. Even a spark of desire is a very great evil. Desire nothing. Give up all desires and be happy." So basically we can take that statement and also take it for sickness. Desire for well-being, desire for things to be different than they are is evil. It's an impurity in our consciousness because we're not embracing and accepting reality as it is. And especially when we're sick, it's difficult to not accept it as it is and to embrace it wholly. So we want things to be different. We want to get better very, very soon. But that is a form of desire that wants to change reality and that is not accepting and loving reality as it is. So we can work on our desire to detach from that desire, to see it as it is and to embrace the state of consciousness that we are in fully, so we can be pure, be honest and be good and handle that and embrace it wholly and fully. And the other quote comes from the Ashtavakra Gita, and it says, "Bondage is when the mind longs for something, grieves about something, rejects something, holds on to something, is pleased about something or displeased about something. Liberation is when the mind does not long for anything, grieve about anything, reject anything or hold on to anything. And it is not pleased about anything or displeased about anything. Bondage is when the mind is tangled in one of the senses, and liberation is when the mind is not tangled in any of the senses. When there's no me, that is liberation, and when there's me, there's bondage. Consider this carefully, and neither hold on to anything nor reject anything." So this is again the concept of liberation, of freedom and of detachment from our sense of self, and from our sense of self that our mind is like connected to our body. And when we detach from the senses of the sickness even, we can be happy and free and in the fullest sense. And when we are pleased or displeased about our state of being of the body, that brings us the suffering. That sense of self that is connected to the body, that brings us the suffering that we cling to, because we are biased in our nature. We want to be happy and we want to feel good in our body, and so we suffer and we don't feel good when our body is sick. So to detach from all of that and to even detach from all of our senses is to be free and liberated and to be happy. So this is the way we can deal with our sickness on the spiritual level. That is not to say that we shouldn't take care of our body. I mean, on the relative level, on the physical level that we are living life at, it is kind of important that we take care of our body, that we do everything we can to rest and to get our body going again, to be healthy again, and to invite that energy in so we can be of service to the world. But in the ultimate sense, we can see it as a play. We can still rest and take care of our body and work towards health. But we shouldn't be attached to that state of consciousness that is healthy, that implies a healthy body. But we can also be detached and embrace and accept reality in a state of consciousness that is defined as COVID or sickness. So that is just what I wanted to share with you today. Do everything you can to rest and to be healthy when you're sick, but also be in the knowing and the understanding of the liberation from your mind and from your body, and the detachment from that state of consciousness that we call sickness. So you can embrace reality and see the truth in that state of consciousness as it is, and still be happy and free on the ultimate level, even though your body is sick or healthy or whatever. As it says, if it's pleased or displeased, be detached from it so you can be free. So thank you very much for watching. Also a good reminder that showed me that sickness is a state of consciousness is an ayahuasca ceremony I had. In that ayahuasca night, I was going through all the sicknesses of the world, and I felt like I was kind of dying of sickness. And I was going through every sickness you can imagine. And it was horrible. It was horrible. What it taught me was, first of all, I could go through anything. Second of all, sickness is a state of consciousness. It's just like, from the one moment we can feel good in our body and we can be healthy, and in another moment we can feel sick in our body and we can go through different sicknesses, and all that is just part of the play, and we can be detached from that state of consciousness, see it as it is, as a state of consciousness, and be in the knowing that we are above it all. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this message helped. It was just a little insight from my journey of going through sickness in these couple of days right now. So if you're interested in more insights about life and how to live a fulfilling and happy and self-realized life, subscribe to the channel, join our Facebook group, follow me on Instagram, Psychedelic Actualization, and if you want, you can donate via PayPal. Great things are coming. I'm very excited, and I will see you in the next one. Namaste.